it? Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
To Marvin Jones.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And the Lions 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Johnson, the Lions.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Johnson.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's second and 8. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
McCaffrey brings up third down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
49er, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Here's a second and 7. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll move the chains. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Lions 6. 49ers nothing.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a third and 4. by Johnson. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make our score 9-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And 10. At the 20-yard line.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, my 49ers. Kenny Galladay, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And some room to work. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
49ers.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Gold to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13, Lions 9. Robbie Gould to kick off for.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 77 yards. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
13.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
32-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Lions.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Flush to his right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
We're talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Niners 20, Lions 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Stafford. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 23. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 26-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
50 They'll try the air now with Stafford. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And this is 3rd.
Now it's Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
To carry on Johnson.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Lion ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Third and long, it's Stanford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Oh, look at the Jew. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Gets this one to Juszczyk.
The pass.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
2nd and a yard.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good.
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 22.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Quit talking about it and bring it. Dragon 60. 51, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Take you to school. Kill.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Eluding the pressure right. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
51, Mike 51. We got it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Danny Shelton gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's now 3rd down.
At the 60. I don't think you got it, son. Check.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down.
Christian Jones.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
5-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The return man, Ty Johnson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The ball carrier.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 4th down, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Escape, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Niners 33, Lions 16.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.